So as you guys know, well, you should know, Highway 130 was open today. So Highway 130 down to Kalapana, and then from Kalapana to Opihikau. The Kamili Road is marked residents only, and that'll be for include the businesses, the farm workers, and we're trying to sort out that placard process, understanding that the workers won't have the residential, I guess, documents to prove that. So we're working that out, and hopefully, everybody will be, where they need to be. Work will start happening again, and so forth. All this is with the understanding that we do have Fisher's Mauka up above that area on the rift. At any time, things could change, and that we'd have to issue alerts, alarms, and so forth, and get everybody out of there. So we know residents are in there, visitors are going all over the place, thinking that they can see lava. We'll start to put out messages that there is no lava viewing in that part of Puna. So in case you didn't know, Highway 130 is open. We do have the plates still in place with the cracks. I think I'll let State Highways make that update for you guys as far as those, what the status of them are. Mackenzie State Park and any of the new lava areas are closed. They're off limits. So vacation rentals and other businesses in that area are able to open. And the placards have been relocated to the Disaster Recovery Center, and they operate from 9 to 4, just a little bit shorter period than the DRC. So 9 to 4 for placards at the Keao site. Okay, with that, I'll let Don Smith from the State Department of Transportation address the roads.
Before you move on, I have a question.
We'll have questions and answers after things, okay?
Well, it's what's concerning what you just talked about. Thank you, Bob. It's going to be asked.
So did you all notice that when he referred to state DOT, he'd let you all, or I would be able to tell you all what them their conditions was. He kind of reverted to hillbilly there. I don't know if it could help. And I was kind of glad, Roy, you picked up the blinkers, because I could see everybody going English, English, English. But now, in all seriousness, I had heard about Puna before I came. So, Roy, the fact that a lot of your answers were other, maybe, sometimes, we don't know, is, I kind of, no. I live here too. It's a great place to be. So, as Talmadge said, 130 is open. We did go down today and remove all of the plates that we could. So part of the reason we put those up, and the main reason I came down tonight was, when we put those on, we didn't know how much the cracks would open up, so we thought the best option would be to put the plates. Now, that is not the best situation for everyday driving. So we took all the plates that we could, that we felt like was safe or wouldn't cause you a problem. We did try to take one and fill one of the gaps, but it just kind of kept going down. So in the interest of time, and we may still look at some other options, but having said that, I know part of the reason that Talmadge mentioned that tonight was to remind everybody to slow down. Please take your time. So part of being able to keep 130 open and for us to be able to drive back and forth is so that it's safe, which is directly speed related. So I really need all of you to go back, remind your family, remind your neighbors, just slow down. We got a lot of things in place to kind of remind you. We'll be looking for some more, I'm sure, as we go along. Parking, I don't suspect that'll be a lot of issue with a lot of the folks we're talking about here, but as well, we're probably going to end up with some of that. So just watch your speed. take your time, be considerate of all the folks that we have out there that are they're there to try to keep you safe and do all of those other things. So I'm still continuing to do quite a few things outside of that. I'll continue to monitor the conditions on 130, but we need your help too. So I thought this was a big step to open up access. I think it makes all of your lives better, but we need your all's help as well to be considerate of those things and make sure that we can continue to do that and maintain that safely. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody that's working on this event's doing a great job. They're trying their best. Sometimes we fall short, but we're working hard for everybody because we all live here too. So this is redundant as far as communications and warning system and preparedness. If you haven't done so, you gotta sign up for the Blackboard messaging. You know, a lot of you folks, Paradise Park, Nana Valley, you know, that's some of the takeaways from that survey. You can kind of see where folks are from. But you guys got to make sure that you're getting our messages. We tested the sirens on Monday, so, you know, we can't kind of just be locked in on the recovery or the response side, so we got to test our systems. We made sure we put out messages so that nobody would get surprised. We didn't get any calls, so I'm guessing you guys are listening, and it all worked out. So, you know, keep your ears to the radios. Keep looking at your texts, your emails, because that's the messages that we're sending out. You know, learn. We're seeing that people are that got evacuated. A lot of animals left behind. A lot of important papers. Make sure that stuff is planned out. You know, unfortunately, I know there's a lot of animals that got lost as far as just they couldn't make it. So you got to prepare for it. If you don't have the resources, you know, come talk to the Humane Society, come talk to us, and see what we can do. But it's taken a lot of labor, a lot of effort to go back in and recover all these animals, you know, and documents. What we're looking at first when we do evacuation is life, human life, safety. You got to do your preparations ahead of time. And lastly, we are in hurricane season. You see them tracking already in the Eastern Pacific. Hopefully we'll have another season like last year where none of them make it to us. But what I'm getting at is you got to be ready. In your guys' situation where you're already impacted, you know, 14 days supply is tough, but, you know, make those plans, see what you can do.